This is what came up, and this is the pattern. But if you like this print, you're welcome, and you can make this pattern. It looks really nice. I made this cushion before, and I post the tutorial on the knitting machine, LK150 knitting machine, how to do it. And I like this color. I like this orange and turquoise, bluish turquoise. So this is it. And this pattern I decided to use on one of my new jumpers, which I have spun the yarn, and let's see how it's going. So I start making by hand, because sometimes it's good to do first by hand. And I watch a program about Shetland, so they explain they were making first garment, like samples, design, and then they were written the patterns. So this is like usually the idea is like this. I know some people, they like to do first, they've got visual, they can do first and do the patterns first. They like to plan, but sometimes it's good if you're going and you're creating something from your head when you're knitting something, because I did this black and white blanket, which I was showing. So that I did without any patterns, and I was going with the flow actually. So I was creating while I was crocheting. So I had really fun. Obviously, sometimes I was unpicking because I didn't like it something, and then I make it. And I think I'm gonna use some of the design from this blanket in the future, because I really like it. And I used to some inspiration from Africa, and the black and white, which my client mom said she doesn't like the colors, so the black and white was quite good. And actually the African print, it was black and white, and some bits which I a little bit, obviously I modify. I didn't copy exactly the same, so I just modify the patterns. But most of the patterns on this black and white blanket, that is mine. And maybe one or two bits I just modify. Otherwise, the whole blanket, the whole pattern was my idea. So, and I'm so proud from this mosaic crochet, because it came up so nice. So let's go back to this here. So this is what I changed here, because on the cushion, it is a little bit different here. It doesn't creating these bubbles here. So when I was knitting, I was thinking like, what about if I'm gonna do like a kind of look like a bubbles, but actually they're not bubbles. This is the pearls. So the white color is a pearls. So we're gonna knit pearls, and I'm gonna use for this pattern 260 chunky brother machine. I just found a little bit easier, and even though I've seen the acrylic looks much better, 260 chunky brother knitting machine. And because of the pattern is quite busy, so I found this carriage will be easier to do it than on the LK150, because I don't have a carriage for two colors. So the brother knitting machine chunky will be amazing. And I've got good news, because I'm waiting for the ribbing. So I ordered ribbing, and I can't wait, because I've got already in my head, I've got already all plans what I can do. So I can't wait. So when I receive, I will show you guys, and I will show you how to attach the ribbing to the to this machine. So on this machine, brother knitting machine 260, I put 90 stitches, and I did 20 rows of ribbing. So we know how to do ribbing, so I'm not gonna repeat every single time. If you want to learn how to do ribbing, you can go back to my other videos. I was showing before quite often, and I was showing E-wrap how to do it, how to do unfold, how to do unfold ribbing, so you can do from others. To shorten it this video, I have to unfortunately skip some bits, but just I'm gonna skip this ribbing, and I have this time I have latched all of these stitches. So yeah, and now I'm gonna extend by 10, so I'm gonna add 5 on this side, 5 on this side, because this is two colors, so this is the wrong side of the fabric, and it will be by hand. It is a little different, so it's a little bit more opening. Maybe it will be open, I'm not sure how this is gonna work. So that we're gonna have this bits at the back. And I'm guessing on this machine can be more tighter, because by hand I'm quite good with two colors. So you see how it's stretching nicely. So you can see here, look at that, see? So I do this for many years, two colors work. So usually that's why I like to do two colors on my YouTube channel, because it looks good, and I think many people, they like as well two colors work. So I'm gonna put this on the side. You can move with the tool the stitches. So you can move by stitch from 0. You need to do from this side to 0, and from the other side. From 0 to this side, and from 0 to this side, you have to move, spread it, increase. But I'm gonna use a scrap yarn, waste yarn, so it will be easier. Some people, I think I did only once, I showed this way to do it. Some people, they like this way. And I always think, first of all, when you're having, for example, I've got here 90 stitches, 45 is 90 stitches. So you're saving yarn, because ribbing stretch anyway, so it doesn't make point to do exactly the same. I do always, most of the time, I do a little bit like 10 stitches less than the body, and actually looks the jumper or even vest completely different. So yeah. So I'm gonna remove this yarn. I'm gonna put on a side, and I'm gonna put the waste yarn. So you need to make few rows, and this time I did 10 rows. And now we can remove the work. And here we go. This is my ribbing, all done. 2 by 2 I've done, looks good. And I'm gonna add 5. 2, 4, 5. And on this side, 2, 2, 4, 5. And now I'm gonna select to the front 10 stitches. So I'm gonna do 1 in the middle, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've done 10, 20, 30, 40, and 48. I selected this 5 on this side. And well, I have to extend on this size 2, 4, 6, because I've got 6 now. So on this side, I'm gonna extend 5, but I'm gonna do 10, the same, 22, I'm gonna do 33, and let's do 40. 45. 45. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that will be my 10 stitches extended. It doesn't matter. They are all right. Ish even. And now I'm gonna put back this work. Just a second, I'm gonna put this here at the back. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna collect to transfer to the needles these smiles here, you see, and this obviously gray color, don't touch the blue. So you see this all gray color, yeah, all this is our stitches which was sitting on the needles. So this is what we need to transfer to the needles. So the first one here is a 50 to here. So the first one we need to find, because it's our edge. So you've got like a two smiles here, 1 and 2. So this is the one. Here we go. And that will be the second here. So you can see where's the beginning. So the first one I'm going to put here. A second smile. And make sure you're not splitting the yarn if you're doing this. And I'm putting here more, and then I'm gonna extend. This is going here. And I'm gonna extend. I'm gonna take from this here. So taking the smile, and 1, and next, and next. You can do this if you want. So then they're gonna stay. You don't need to pull like me to the front. You can just keep it there. I don't know, I used to pull them. I feel more secure when they're going to the front. So I know I'm not gonna drop the stitch. But even though, if we drop the stitch, you can later on, when you do few rows, you can unlatch and put it back. So there is no, you don't need to worry about, you don't need to scare. So I can extend here, so then I can take one stitch from the bottom, the one line earlier, because on the knitting machine I notice if you're taking incorrect, you're gonna have a hole. Just a second. So now I have applied everything on the stitches, and now we've got here the waste yarn. So I can now remove it. We need to remove this waste yarn because it will be too thick to knit together. So it's easier to remove it. We don't need this anymore. And I have now 100 stitches, and I'm gonna start making a knitting a pattern. Oh, here we go. Sometimes it's cutting. Now I have to pull like this. Should go. Here we go. All done. Now I'm going to put the weights. I'm gonna put in the middle. One here. On the side. More. One more here. And I need one more. So I'm gonna keep my pattern here and I'm gonna see what I did before. Here we go. Now this yarn is going to the feeder, to the carriage. All is ready. And we're gonna put on 0, 0, 0, and I think I counted 88 rows to the armholes. And we're gonna repeat only 4 rows, so that will be easier. I'm gonna show you first how to do it, and then we're gonna meet at 88 to shorten the video. So now 0, 0, 0, yarn into the carriage, and all weights done. 0, 0, and let's do, according to here, let's do 2 rows. So I've done 1 row, and keep on number 4. The tension we're gonna put on number 4, all right? So I did 1 row, and I forgot to press the button on the camera. So now we're gonna do a second row. And now I'm gonna select needle for contrast. I put contrast here, but I gonna to find space. Can you see here the lines going from the bottom to the top, bottom from the top? I know it won't match perfectly because we extended by 10, but at least some in the middle, they might match. So what I'm gonna do, so my contrast, it will be neat on my side. So I'm gonna do neat to the front and every 2. That is seriously so easy pattern, and we can use this one, I think. No, this is 1 to 1. So I think I don't have anything in this machine like this. Right, So every two going to the front. So the front would be 2 and 1. I need to, yeah, 1. And I'm gonna mark with my marker just a few bits. So that will be my beige, beige, and beige. Okay, and then I'm gonna this beige and beige. So that will be always gonna be beige color when I'm gonna do contrast. I don't know if it's not gonna disappear. It's better on this LK 150. This pen is working very well. All right, and then two, and two here. So this is all selected and it's 100 stitches, and we are making every 4 rows. So we're gonna count every 4 rows to 88 rows, and then we're gonna make armholes. So the carriage here, we need to put the top one here. So that means there will be like an intarsia. So we need to select this button. And now we're gonna put the contrast. So the contrast needs to go in here. Then the first one, I have to, someone was showing, I think, I can't remember who, to hook on the first needle like this. And I like this idea. So you hook just, and then you knit. Well, that looks good. So this is our first row in contrast, which will be third row of the pattern. Oh, this is so cool. This machine is absolutely amazing. Here we go. Now we're gonna select the same colors, beige to the front and the first needle. Two, beige, beige. Here we go. So all the beige going to the front, and it's so amazing with this carriage. Not like LK 150 where we need to go like a 4 times 2 rows. So that's why for this one I chosen this machine. And here we go. And I've got 2 in the carriage, this button, remember, and tension 4. And then I'm gonna make 2 gray color, and then this rows we're gonna purl every 2 stitches. So we need to take off the contrast, and we're gonna put on the other side, like always with 150 knitting machine, I always was showing. So I'm putting on the side. Now we need to release this middle button, so I need to put plain. Just press, move this button, and it's coming out. And now we're gonna make a 2 in gray. And now we're gonna latch, we're gonna do latching for the knits. The stitches where is the contrast. Okay, so I have a mark here. This is my contrast here. So this I'm gonna do from this side just to show you. 1 and 2. So we have to undo, and we need to relatch, if I can say like this, relatch for the knit. And then this one. So you need to get, you see, through this beige loop stitch, and then undo, and then 2, 1, 2. And then every 2 stitches. And again here you can see the beige was knitted, actually it's off-white, not beige. And then we need to put into this beige color. Why I'm saying beige? It's a knit. You see, you need to be careful because look what I did now. So, what you can do, press like this. So this is stay. And then this. Pull it up. It'll be easier to do that way. Hook, go down, and now it is holding, putting this, release, and put hook again. I know it's a little bit tricky, but this is you learn if something happened to you like this, because it's happened, we're human being. And we're gonna now latch 2 stitches, 2 knit stitches. Here we go. So even me, I have to be careful how I'm doing. See, now it's all right. You need to a little bit fiddly with this. And here we've got another beige color. And we are having another beige. So this needs to be on the other side, needs to be knit instead of pearl. Easy peasy. So you're repeating this 4 rows all the time. A little bit work, but it's worth it. Looks nice. And I can't actually do exactly the same way I did on my hand knitting, because I cannot unlatch here. Behind is difficult. Or maybe if I would do 1, then unlatch, 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 and then second unlatch, unlatch, but that is too much work. But I think visual, it will be the same what I'm doing now. So let's see at the end. So make this every 2 stitches like this. And remember, is the column with beige color, off-white color. Off-white. yarn in one. I said double. The decay, I made decay. So I spun 2 singles and I get them together as a one. There we go. Yeah. So now I made 26 rows, and you are repeating all the time this 4 rows. So you do 2 with contrast, 2 rows with the contrast and 2 grays. And then when you purl every 2 stitches, then these needles which you pull into the front, you're keeping them, and then you knit them with the contrast as a off-white, or beige color I was calling, I don't know why. So it's off-gray. So I'm gonna show you again and how it looks like, and it's so easy. So it's not fuss about, and actually it looks so nice, this pattern. So what I mean, I've made now 2 gray rows, and my off-white is here, and off-white here, then off-white there. So you always purling the grays with the off-white or your contrast, whatever you will use. So I'm gonna use this bigger side of the hook instead of the small. And actually this is from 150 knitting machine. So I do like this. And then move your needle to the front. And that will be ready for your contrast. When you're gonna make your contrast, I'm gonna use off-white. And here we go, 1, 2, and to the front. So then you're not gonna make any mistake, and it's so easy. Now I did this 26 rows, and it's just really easy now. And should unpick, latch, and you keep these needles to the front, so they're gonna be ready to make a contrast. So I did a little bit change the way, and it's just really good for knitting machine. Obviously we need to put a little bit effort. I like most of patterns we have to do, but it is going quite quick because it's only 2 rows. So row 26, it says here 26, latching every 2, and then see you at the end of the row. So after finishing latching, we've got all these needles selected already, so it's so easy. And now we're gonna add one more color, which is my off-white. And we need to press this button again. So every single time when you do 2 colors of ferrule, you need to press this button. And now I'm putting this off-white, just a second here. Here we go. And now I'm selecting all this beige again, because we have to go back. And the first here as well. So two of white. So this pattern is very easy. You just repeat 4 rows all the time. Here we go. And now we're gonna remove this beige color, put on the side, and release this button. So remember, always release. And then we're gonna make a 2 grays. So it's easy peasy. And now we're gonna latch again. So you're repeating all the time the same until 88. And then we're gonna make a, I hope it will be 88, because I'm gonna still measure. Yeah, and I'm keeping my number 4, tension number 4, and 88 rows to armholes. See you then at the armholes. So at the end, I made 90 rows. So here it is 90 rows. And this is the wrong side, how it looks like. And this is what came up. And this is the pattern. I think it looks nice. But for this one, I don't have enough yarn, and I'm gonna unpick and I'm gonna do something different. But if you like this print, you're welcome, and you can make this pattern. It looks really nice. So as you can see here, I have unpicked wiped it, 2 armholes, and I've got already 210, and this is too much, so I didn't prepare to span so much yarn, and this is only here from the bottom to armholes 210, so it's quite a lot usage. But if you like, you can follow the patterns and you can make it if you have got a lot wool. But I'm gonna stop at the moment and I'm gonna think something different.